Today I'd like to talk about on-camera flash. A lot of people feel on-camera flash creates a harsh, unnatural looking light. And I agree, if you aim your flash directly at your subject, it does create a harsh light with glare on the subject and harsh dark shadows. But in the studio, photographers don't aim their flash directly at the subject. Instead, they bounce it into an umbrella to soften the light. Now, if you tilt your on-camera flash up so it isn't aimed directly at the subject and put on a soft light reflector, you bounce the light into the soft light and it softens the light just like an umbrella does in the studio. There are basically two types of reflector. The first is the hard molded reflector like you see here on the Kodak Brownie, which was one of the earliest on-camera flash reflectors. It is made of hard metal which maintains its shape, but it can't collapse for storage or adjust its shape. The second is the structured collapsible reflector like a photographic umbrella. It can collapse, but needs structure to give it shape, and you can't adjust its shape. The soft light reflector is a flexible reflector with structure built into its material. It is strong enough to hold its shape like the hard reflector, but flexible enough to collapse like the umbrella. It has the best of both worlds. The soft light reflector in its basic form is a flat sheet of flexible material. It takes the shape of the flash head, forming to whatever size or shape that might be. If you own an older flash or buy a new flash, it should fit them both. Basically, one size fits all. You can adjust the shape of the soft light reflector. In the up position, it creates a soft feathered light with flash skimming its surface. If you fold down the top to about 45 degrees, it creates a mini ceiling that doubles the amount of light that the flash puts out. To adjust, simply peel back the side flap to release the Velcro, then reposition the flap where you want it. It's easy to do one-handed from the back of the flash. No external hinge is needed as the soft light's material structure provides an internal hinge. You can use different flash and soft light positions also. Some photographers use the flash straight up with the soft light folded forward. Others use the soft light straight up and the flash tilted forward. And you can see there's a lot of different combinations you can work with. You can adjust the shape of the soft light reflector. You can't adjust the shape of a hard molded reflector or a structured umbrella reflector. The soft light reflector has a soft rounded surface which reflects light at different angles, creating a soft rounded light. Flat reflectors reflect light at a flat angle, one angle. The soft light reflector has a soft reflective surface for softer light as well. Being flexible, the soft light reflector collapses back to its original shape, which is about 1/10 of an inch thick, takes very little space in the camera bag, and at about 1 ounce in weight is very, very light. You can lay it on top of your camera equipment, slide it in the side of the bag, wrap it around a piece of equipment, or simply roll it up and slip it in the bag. It's very easy to fit it in the camera bag. Hard molded reflectors won't collapse or fit in a camera bag, and even an umbrella, which does collapse, won't fold in half. So the flexible reflector with the soft light is really great. The soft light reflector is quick and easy to attach and remove from the flash, and it rolls up to store in your pocket for quick storage and retrieval. Some people like to use the Velcro on their flash to attach the soft light. Others prefer using the Velcro strap and not putting Velcro on their flash. The soft light reflector includes two fuzzy 1-inch squares for the flash, as well as a two-sided Velcro strap to provide both options. If you want to put the Velcro squares on your flash, we suggest putting them about a 1/2 inch down from the top to allow room for a device like the Stoffen diffuser, which fits over the top of a flash. To attach the reflector using the Velcro, press one side of the reflector on, wrap it around, press the other side on. You can give it a quick pinch to set the Velcro as well. To remove the reflector, use a smooth peeling motion. It works better than tugging on it. You may prefer to use a Velcro strap as an alternative to putting Velcro on your flash. You'll notice two fuzzy pieces of Velcro on the outer bottom edges of the reflector. They help keep the strap connected to the reflector. Now to put it on, simply lay the reflector down with the dark side up, lay the strap across with the rough side down, about 1.5 inches of strap on one side and the rest out the other side. If you'll put the flash in the middle of the reflector, or put the soft light in the middle of the put the flash in the middle of the reflector, and wrap the short side of the strap over it, then lay the longer side over it and wrap it around. Now if you want to get a tighter fit, you can slide it off and readjust the strap, maybe a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch, adjust it so it gets just a little bit tighter. And if you want to, you can put a small dot of nail polish on the inside of it, kind of gives you a quick guide for where the straps should come together. Now if you want to put the reflector back on, we generally suggest with the strap on it that you lay it into the reflector side and kind of pull the strap over the front and just kind of slide it down. To take the reflector off, simply slide it off the top. And when storing the Softlight, you may want to lay the Velcro strap, undo it and lay it. You can just lay it flat in front of it and undo the sides. And it makes it back to its flat shape. The Softlight reflector is great indoors and outdoors. To start with, let's look at some ways you can use it indoors. Now, direct flash is going to create a glare on the subject. It's coming straight towards it and a harsh light on the background. With the Softlight, it's softened by the Softlight, but it also throws light towards the ceiling, which can then throw it over the subject's head into the background area, making it lighter with lighter shadows and just a lighter overall area. Some photographers bounce the flash off the ceiling. This can create dark shadows around the eyes if the angle is too high. Using the Softlight reflector in the straight up position lets the flash go straight to the ceiling, but also add some light to the subject, which help fill in some of those dark, hard shadows. In rooms with really high ceilings like a reception hall, you may want to fold the top of the Softlight down. This creates a mini ceiling for the flash to reflect off of when the ceiling's too high otherwise, and helps put out more power. Now we've seen how the Softlight reflector is a great flexible reflector that fits any flash, adjusts its shape, collapses to fit in a camera bag, attaches two different ways, works great indoors and outdoors. There is also a bonus. You can convert the Softlight reflector into a lens visor to help prevent flare in your lens. It's a two-in-one tool. Now the first step is to lay your Softlight reflector with the white side up. Now take the strap and lay the fuzzy side of the strap down evenly across, but at a slight angle upward coming from both corners. Laying at this little bit of an angle helps the angle that it attaches to the lens shade with. Now lay it, as you'll notice if you turn it around, you'll see on the black side there's a little square of rubber which helps keep it from sliding around on the lens shade. It helps keep it in position. Now you want to lay it with the dark side up and wrap around the lens shade and wrap it around the lens shade, connecting the straps. Now to position, you can see it's underneath, simply slide it back onto the lens, turn it around where you want, slide it back onto the lens shade with the back of the lens visor kind of even with the lens shade, and then the front of the strap you're going to pull it forward so it kind of tilts the lens shade backwards so it shows a little bit less in the camera, in the lens. So now you can see it's in position, and you can actually turn it to the side in different ways. It'll also work with a rubber lens shade. Because it's only 1 ounce, it'll work with either that or a regular lens shade. It can work with the lens itself, but it's a little bit better if you have a lens shade to work with. You can see how the lens visor extends beyond the lens shade to give complete coverage to the lens, blocking all the sunlight, blocking all the flare. Now if you take the lens visor off, you can see that the lens shade blocks part of the lens, but a lot of the lens is still being hit by the light. It'll still have flare in the lens. And if you take the lens shade off, you're going to see that a bare lens, just the sunlight's hitting it. There's nothing to block the light. You're going to have a lot of flare with a bare lens. So a bare lens, you're definitely going to get flare. With the lens shade, it'll block it a little bit. The lens visor blocks it completely. If you're shooting without the lens visor and you're trying to block the sunlight, I don't know if you ever tried this, try to block it with your hand. It either gets in the picture, the hand's not really big enough to block the light, and you're not holding the camera as steady because you're having to hold it with only one hand. With the lens visor, you can actually use it instead of your hand holding it above the camera as well. Sometimes you might want to have the camera on a tripod to keep it a little bit better, but it's a larger surface than your hand. It makes it easier to block the sunlight.